Galera, é possível eu ver aqui no TikTok? Eu nunca fiz live assim sozinha, eu fiz uma que eu fui convidada. É possível ver quantas pessoas estão assistindo? Eu não sei. Bom, mas dá pra ver vocês comentando, né? Eu fui chamada aqui pra falar com vocês sobre essa semana que tá rolando no TikTok. Ritmo latino, família latina. E a intenção é falar um pouco sobre minha carreira, meu trabalho, matar as curiosidades de vocês, explicar coisas pra vocês. Sabe, tudo isso. Então, mande suas perguntas aí. Y yo voy respondiendo, voy escogiendo, voy respondiendo. Ahora en español, mira, yo estoy acá, fui invitada por Spotify, estoy con chocolate. Yo fui invitada por TikTok. Mira que yo dije Spotify porque por TikTok para ser parte del Ritmo Latino, Familia Latina, una acción que están haciendo con acerca de todo esto que pasa en la comunidad latina. Entonces estoy acá hoy para hablar con ustedes acerca de mi carrera, mi trabajo, de mis canciones, contestar tus preguntas. Así que si tienen cualquier pregunta que quieren hacer para mí, por favor que pongan ahí. ¿Qué más? Oh, in English now. So I was invited by TikTok to come here for the week of the Familia Latina, Ritmo Latino. So we're gonna talk about Latin culture and whatever questions that you guys have about me, about my career, about whatever you guys are curious about what is going on or my life or whatever. Just send me here and I'm gonna be reading all of your messages and answering. So let's see some of them. What's your favorite food? My favorite food is called feijoada. It's here from Brazil. I really love it. It's like a soup of beans. It's not actually a soup, but it's made of beans, but not the Mexican beans that you guys know. Not the famous Mexican beans or like Brazilian beans. It's very different. It's really, really, really good. I love it. It's like my favorite. Wait. Oh, somebody sent me something to read. Hey. I'm just reading something. Wait. Okay, let me see. God bless you and your family and friends. God will always love you so much. Oh, thank you. So sweet. My favorite drink. What's my favorite drink? So my favorite drink, I have my own drink here in Brazil. It's called 150 BPM, which is the BPM of the funk music, the rhythm that I was born, like not was born, my career was born, happened in the beginning. That's a rhythm that I started singing, funk. And there's this funk on 150 BPM, it's kind of like a little bit faster. That's the name of the drink here. And also GT, which is like the flavor of a gin and tonic. And the name of my drink my drink is Beats, and it's from Brazil. That's my favorite one for sure. It's like teremos música solo esse ano? A próxima música, Girl From Rio, sou eu completamente sozinha. E é muito linda. Na verdade é sozinha porque não faria nenhum sentido chamar ninguém pra participar dessa música. Depois, quando vocês escutarem, vocês vão entender o porquê. Você vai participar de mais algum remix latino? Mira, yo leí que me pregunto si voy a participar de más algunos remix latino. Mira, si me invitan, claro. Lo que pasa es que siempre que hay estas vainas de remix, esto se pasa muy naturalmente, ¿sabes? Normalmente cuando está en estudio y está con alguien que está trabajando en un remix, la gente te llama. Así yo hice en Bellaquita, me encantó, amo esta canción, amo lo que hago ahí. A ver, más preguntas. Hola, ¿me puedes saludar? Hola, Eloco, ¿cómo estás? Okay. Dísele hola a Argentina. Yo soy loca por Argentina y argentinos. Los amo, los quiero mucho. Where do you live? I live here in Rio. That's my house right there, right here. That's my bedroom. Yeah, I sleep in this crazy bedroom. That's my bedroom. Yeah, and I live here in Rio. So that's where I am right now. Mi hermana y yo te amamos y ella es cantante. ¿La apoyarías como productora para lanzar su carrera? Mira, yo fui mi propia manager hace tiempo. Hace tiempo que yo soy mi propia manager. Pero el año pasado yo decidí no hacerlo más. Porque en verdad que yo estaba muy cansada de hacer todo, porque por ejemplo cuando es manager no hace solamente el papel de cantar, la parte de artista, hace todo, contratos, negociaciones y esto. Y yo estaba muy cansada. Todo que pasaba en mi carrera hasta desde que no sé cuánto tiempo, hasta hace un año, porque hace un año que tengo un manager. Pero hasta ahí era solamente yo y yo estaba muy cansada de hacer todo. Así que sí, yo ya fui manager de gente acá en Brasil. Ahora no tengo tiempo. Pero sí, creo que en el futuro, cuando yo no esté ahí tan pendiente más del trabajo como cantante, yo pueda ser, sí, manager, productora, lo que sea. Let me see. Manda salve, quero jogar com você. E aí, Ralph? Saludo desde Perú. Hola, Perú, los amo. A ver. Preguntas. I love your voice. Oh, thank you. So sweet. Is it hard to speak more than one language? Yes. And actually, what happens is that when I'm talking about my career and everything else, people are always like, oh no, but now for you it's easy because Latin music is popping, Spanish culture, like Spanish when I say it's like the language, okay, Spanish culture is popping, it's huge right now and this and that. But what happens is that here in Brazil, we speak Portuguese and not Spanish. So for me, it was another challenge. It was a little bit more like, it's one step harder. So what happens is because of the language, I know Brazil is a Latin country. I am a Latin person. I'm like side to side with a lot of countries in Latin America that speak Spanish. But unfortunately, this language thing makes the culture, the two cultures, I say two because it's like two separate things, Latin countries, and when I say Latin, it's just to specify that the ones that speak Spanish, okay? And Brazil, they are like two different worlds. Some people, they are very, very, very famous here in Brazil, and nobody knows the Latin countries. Again, when I say Latin, it's about the Spanish language, okay? But Brazil is also a Latin country. And the same happens there. Big, huge artists in the Latin countries, nobody knows who they are here in Brazil. So for me, I decided to run for or go for an international career when I was like 23 years old, and I got a big level in my career here in my country. I got like big awards and everything. I was like number one a lot of times. So for me, things were getting not easy. I hate this word because I think nothing is easy, but was getting like usual. I already had the formula for everything to happen, and all the goals that I had, I accomplished. So for me, when I got this age, I was like, okay, what else I'm gonna do? And then I was talking to some industry people, and somebody here from Brazil said, there's just one thing, like international career, but that's impossible. Nobody did it. And I hate this word, impossible. For me, there's no impossible. Nothing is impossible. For me, when you want something, you just go for it. You imagine yourself doing it. You go focused and dedicated and responsible, and you get it. So I was like, okay, impossible. Let's see. And my sign is Aries. So Aries people, they love challenge. I love challenge. So I started to figure out why it's hard for Brazilian people to go to the other countries, even if it's countries like super close to here. Because you have to, what I did, you have to learn the language, Spanish. You have to learn about the culture in these countries, like the singers that made history in Spanish. Okay, and you need to, for example, when I go to an interview, I don't want to be the person that just use the language. It doesn't know shit about the language, about the culture. So for a lot of years, I started to study about Spanish music culture. When I say Spanish, it's not from Spain, it's Spanish language. Searching about the artists, the histories of each country, understand more about it, listen to more music, understand the different accents, so I could communicate with all the countries, which is pretty difficult if you're not a native speaker. And it's a lot of challenge, and more plus, you gotta abdicate a lot of time and put an effort that you could be here in Brazil making money and making your career like bigger and making your money, whatever you want to do, to go to another country to go for something that you don't actually know what is gonna happen. So it's a really hard decision for you to risk. Oh my god, my hair is starting to fuck up. It's really hard for you to take the decision to risk everything that you have in your place, because Brazil is so big. It has like a continent size, it's a lot of states. You can have a whole tour and don't repeat one single city for a whole year, singing every weekend. So you need to get the risk of abdicate of all of these things to study about something that you don't even know if it's gonna happen, if it's gonna work. So for me, it's a little bit harder. I'm not saying that life for other artists is easy. For the love of God, I'm not saying this. I don't know. I think that each person knows how hard it was to reach their goals. So I'm not saying it was harder or easier than anybody. I'm just saying that being a Brazilian, it's a little bit harder if you compare. That's why I don't compare my results or charts or numbers with artists that already speak Spanish, because it's different. I wasn't born with this thing in my veins. I just want to make I just want to try to make they get together. When I say they, it's like Brazil and the other countries that speak Spanish, because we are also a Latin country. I'm gonna give you guys an example. For example, Grammy Latino. The Grammy Latino is for Spanish speakers. And there's a Grammy only for Brazil. Just for you guys to understand how, for you guys that are not Brazilians, to understand how different it is culturally talking. So, and a lot of Brazilian people are like always saying, so why don't you sing in Portuguese? Why don't you do, if you want to represent your country, why don't you speak Portuguese in the songs? Why don't you sing in Portuguese? If you want to value your culture. So, the reason is, I think it's a step by step. You know, it's been a while since Brazilian music was we say in Spanish, de moda, like it's like popping, you know? So I need to break a wall, first of all. So, of course, I need to speak the language that more people know. So then, after this work, when I get more audience and more people interested about my work out of Brazil, then it's time to start to introduce my language more. Or like, for example, on Me Gusta, we have two Brazilian rhythms in the song, which is pagodão and funk. Both rhythms are the urban rhythms from Brazil. Here, there's no reggaeton thing. Of course, reggaeton is playing now, but not that much. If you go to a club, for example, it's like the same thing. If you go to a Latin country, you're not gonna listen to funk every time. Sometimes they play Bola Rebola, my song with J Balvin, sometimes Bola Vai Malandra, sometimes Boom Boom Tam Tam. There's some songs. Exactly what happens with reggaeton here. They play some songs. But if you go to the club, for example, it's just funk, or pagodão also, depending on the state that you are. But these both rhythms that I put in Me Gusta, I didn't put it like heavy and hard the way it really is on the streets here, because it's more calle, like we say in Spanish, que es más de la calle, ¿sabes? It's more like street, more urban. Why I didn't do this? Because it needs to be an introduction. So it's like when you don't like some type of food and someone tells you like, no, try this, and then try that, and try that. And then when you see after some time, you love that type of food, you know, because you tried some stuff and then another stuff, a little bit changed. And then when you see, you were super into that kind of thing. So I think that for my work, I cannot have a rush on doing the things, you know. I need to understand that even and Brazilian people, they see me as a very big artist. They see my work here like it's very big here. All my songs are very big here. But so probably that's why they expect so many big things of my career out of Brazil. But that's not how it happens, you know. In other countries, I'm just beginning. I'm just starting. It's a like from the zero. So I need to get into their culture. That's what I was doing before. I've never played excepting Bola Rebola, and when I invited J Balvin, Vai Malandra, I was not playing my stuff, you know. I was going into their rhythms, playing, doing a work in Spanish, in English, so people could know me better. And then I'm starting to put a little bit more of my Brazilian thing, and then in the next song I will put a little bit more, and then people will start to feel it. And then in the next step, in the next move, I can add more street sound. I can add more Portuguese on it, because people will start getting used to it. So for me, it's like we need to calculate every move that we do for me to don't make my people and my country upset, and also make people out of Brazil know my work and know my stuff. Oh my god, that was a very fucking big answer to one single question. Let me see. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Para os meus fãs do Brasil, eu sempre tenho fã-clube que salva as coisas. Vai ficar salva aqui? A live fica salva? Eu não sei se fica salva. Eu acho que... Bom, não sei. Mas os meus fãs do Brasil, pra quem é do Brasil, eles sempre captam os vídeos de live das coisas que eu faço e depois eles colocam em outras plataformas com tradução e tal. Aí vocês vão entender, tá, gente? What else? 99% das pessoas aqui são brasileiras e você não tá falando em português. Que ódio! Então, gente, eu tava falando exatamente isso sobre isso aqui em inglês. As expectativas dos brasileiros em cima do meu trabalho fora é sempre muito grande e sempre muito insatisfeita com as coisas que eu faço. Só que tudo tem um porquê. Por exemplo, por que eu tô dando uma super explicação em inglês? Porque as coisas que eu estou falando são coisas que os brasileiros já sabem. Ou coisas que eu já falei em entrevistas aqui do Brasil, ou em lives e coisas minhas do Brasil. E como essa é uma ação do TikTok global, é importante trazer novos públicos pra mim, novos públicos que se interessem pela minha história, pela minha música. Então, eu vejo muito... Isso às vezes me entristece bastante. E aí eu tenho que voltar, focar, pensar direito para não perder o rumo das coisas. Tudo existe um motivo. Eu tava aqui explicando em inglês que os brasileiros reclamam muito de ai, mas você não tá cantando em português, como é que você diz que você quer levar a cultura do Brasil? Porque é passinho por passinho. Não dá pra começar uma coisa agora. Minha carreira tá assim no Brasil depois de 10 anos de muito trabalho. 10 anos. Eu canto em outros idiomas tem 3 anos. Não dá pra eu querer... eu com 3 anos de carreira aqui no Brasil, eu era barrada nas festas, amor. As pessoas não deixavam nem eu entrar nos lugares. As pessoas me barravam nas revistas, não queriam fazer matéria comigo. Eu tinha que mentir, falar que eu não fazia funk pra ser tocada na rádio, porque eles não aceitavam que tocasse funk na programação normal. Então, é passo a passo. Cada coisa tem um porquê. Óbvio que se Deus quiser e dar tudo certo, vai chegar o momento que eu vou cantar em português. E a galera vai escutar, só que esse não é o momento agora. Primeiro a gente precisa abrir portas, fazer com que a galera se interesse, e pra isso eu preciso me comunicar na língua das pessoas. Não é assim, oi, tô obrigando vocês a se interessar por português e música do Brasil agora, hein? Não é assim. Você tem que dançar conforme a música, trabalhar, ter paciência, e aí chegar lá. Aí, por exemplo, já tô falando português há tanto tempo, que aí vai que sai, o TikTok, eles estão promovendo essa live, né? Aí, sai maior público novo que poderia estar aqui se interessando pelo que eu tava falando de funk, não sei o que lá. Porque eu passei maior tempo falando português, só que, tem várias entrevistas minhas em português que eu tô falando as mesmas coisas. Vários stories, eu falo a maioria em português. Então, tudo tem uma lógica, né, minha gente? Eu não sou maluca, doente. Eu vi também muitas críticas sobre Me Gusta, falando, ai, isso que é o funk? Gente, vocês acham? Eu mostro o 170 BPM, o povo fica, que é isso, meu Deus? Que negócio rápido! Não é assim. Primeiro a gente tem que mostrar o levinho, o light. Daqui a pouco mostra mais um pouquinho, daqui a pouco mais um pouquinho. É um processo, tem que ter paciência. Quem não é paciente, não chega lá. A ver, preguntas. Hablan español. Sí, es que estoy hablando un poquito de cada cosa. Hay fans de Brasil, hay gente acá que habla mucho español, que veo acá muchos países. What's up? Hi. Oh my god, I see some Japanese thing. It's Japanese, Chinese. I don't know how to recognize it. Wait. I love you. You were amazing and an inspiration. Oh, thank you so much. Hi, Sasha Banks. It's Sasha Banks? I don't know. Hello from Arizona. I love Arizona. Oh my god. Tu voz cambia cuando está en otro idioma. Sí, ¿sabes qué? Dicen que en cada idioma tú tienes una personalidad. ¿Ya escucharon esto? Y también mi voz cambia. Yo hablando portugués hablo de una manera, en español de otra, en inglés de otra. Qué locura. En italiano otra. En francés otra. No que yo hable francés bien, pero estoy aprendiendo. How are you moving? Is working. Oh, you're getting exposure here in San Diego. Thank you. Kisses for San Diego. I've never been there, but I really want it. Yeah, I believe that I can't pressure myself on how fast the things are gonna happen. You know, even with the big feats that I have on my tracks, I'm a new artist for a lot of countries. So I cannot expect results like the same results that I have in Brazil, you know. In Brazil I have like 10 years of career. And in Spanish, in English I have like, I've been working in English like for 2 years or something, or less, I don't know. And in Spanish I think 3 years or less, I don't know, or 4, I don't know, but it's not that long. When I had 3 years of career in Brazil, oh my god, I was nothing. I was nobody. Even because my people in Brazil, they are very prejudiced about the rhythm that I came singing, because I was born in a very humble and simple place. And there's rhythm, funk music, which is the one that I was born doing, and the reason my career was born with funk. It has a lot of prejudice because it comes from the favela. We can say like the ghettos, not like that, but the humble parts, the poor part of the cities, you know. And I come from these parts of the city, you know. So this rhythm suffers a lot of prejudice because of this. And my beginning was really, really hard because it was like prohibited to play on the radios. It was pretty much like the hip hop in the 90s, you know, for the US. A lot of prejudice. So it was a big fight. So 3 years of career here in Brazil, I was being kicked in my ass. When are you dropping Girl from Rio? So for the ones who don't know, Girl from Rio is my next song, my next single. I think you guys are gonna, Brazilian people, they're gonna feel really represented. It's more English. I don't think it has a lot of Spanish. I think it's more about English stuff. We're dropping next year. The plans for my album was to be out this year, but with everything that happened with the pandemic, we needed to change all of the plans that we had. So Girl from Rio is not coming this year. It's just next year. But my second season of my series on Netflix is coming this year. Later in December, but yeah, it doesn't pass through December, but we have a lot of big projects coming. My fans in Brazil, let me say in Portuguese, Vai Anitta vai chegar em dezembro, a Netflix já tá pronta. ¿Cómo te aprendiste español? Mira, yo aprendí español, primero que yo tuve algunas clasecitas, poquísimas clases, y el resto aprendí con novios, cambiando de novio. Yo, infelizmente, no tengo suerte con relacionamientos, entonces que aproveché para arreglar novios y aprender español. Cuando quiero aprender un acento diferente, yo voy y cambio de novio y ahí aprendo. No los trato como máquinas, no, por favor, es una broma. Okay. You're the kind of girl who played football on the streets of Rio. I'm very bad on football. Even if now I have my own jersey on FIFA and my song playing there, and I sang in I had my show on a premiere of FIFA 2021. But I'm very bad doing it. I used to play on the streets, but not football. Esto. Entonces, mira, gracias. Estoy muy feliz de estar acá compartiendo con ustedes todo. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much. I loved it. I hope we can get together soon again. In Spanish, in English, in Portuguese. If I see some Italian comments, I can also understand and answer in Italian as much as I can. Not that well, but yeah. Entonces, gracias a todos. Me voy, pero muy feliz de estar acá hablando con todos ustedes. Así que, un beso muy grande. Que, espera. Okay, it's something to read. This is Latinx Heritage Month. We're celebrating our Familia Latina to honor the cultures and contributions of the TikTok. That's what I got to read. Oh my god. Thank you so much. Love it. Mwah. Did you like my hair like this? I loved it.